This chart helps me so much to impact young people for Christ, to write speeches, everything. It's that our behavior is driven by our values, that is, our values are formed by our beliefs, and it's relationships that engenders a young person to want to believe. Now, of course, I know it's God the Holy Spirit using relationships to produce that. Johns Hopkins Medical School, known all over the world for its research, commissioned a very interesting study to be done. They commissioned two professors, Thomas and Dwazunski. Now, listen carefully to this. To study 1,377 graduates of Johns Hopkins Medical School for 30 years. Wow! Think what that cost for 30 years, following 1,377 people, because they wanted to see if they could find a common cause factor or a predictive factor for 5 diseases in a child when they become an adult. In other words, can they look at a child and say, if this is true in that child's life, then when they get older, the possibility of these 5 diseases are off the charts. These are the 5 diseases: mental illness, hypertension, malignant tumor, coronary heart disease, and suicide. Can they look at a child and say, if this is true in a child, when they get older, these 5 diseases are a much higher probability in their lives? After 30 years of research, when they released the study from the American Medical Association, they only found one common cause factor, one predictive factor, and it wasn't your diet, thank God. It wasn't exercise, to God be the glory. Do you know what it was? One's relationship with one's parents, especially the father. You say, come on, that's crazy. That's exactly what I thought. So I called Johns Hopkins Medical School, and they couldn't answer it for me. So then they gave me the 2 researchers. You know what? It only took them about probably 3 minutes to convince me why the relationship with the father is so critical with these 5 diseases. It's for this reason. Everyone in the world, no matter what your racial background, ethnic background, whatever, rich, poor, what, there's a factor in your life that is triggered by it. You know what it is? Stress. You say, what? Yes, this is what they found. That stress is related to all 5 of these diseases. Now, a child raised, the research, 30 years of it, a child raised in a very loving, comfortable, intimate home, especially in the relationship with the father. As that child grows up, they can handle stress so much better in their life. Men and women, it always seems to come back to relationships. And you know, as science now shows today, that from the moment a child is born, their brain at the moment of birth is biologically already formed to connect in relationships. Then why wouldn't the lack of those relationships have a direct effect upon a child's health when they become an adult?